Has it finally happened? Is there finally a ClickFunnels killer on the market that absolutely wipes the floor with everything else? Hi, I'm Jack, and in this video we're going to find out about the new contender in the online marketing space, give an overview, a first impression from what I've seen in my first 48 hours of the platform, and whether you should be paying attention to it in the coming days and weeks. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So the platform we're going to talk about tonight is Kartra. It's kind of hard to say, not really sure what it means from the word itself, but into the video tonight, you're going to go from not having any knowledge of this new platform to having probably a bit of a salivation and a bit of a desire to try it out right now. That's exactly how I felt the first time that I laid my eyes on it, and when I heard about it online through a forum, I immediately signed up for what you'll find out is a $1 2-week trial. And I'm midway through that, and honestly, guys, in my multiple years of online marketing, I've never found a system to be quite as intuitive and quite as buttoned up as this platform here. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's go ahead and go into a full review of this platform and just give you a very quick, brief overview of what it is. So I'll read off the homepage from Kartra.com. This is the most complete e-commerce platform for building your online business. Put an end to the confusion. Request an invite today. Coming April 4th, which is 13 days and 17 hours from this recording. So what does that exactly mean? So let's take some of their competitors, and you'll see why I use air quotes in that phrase right now. Let's take some of their competitors and just kind of give you an idea of how this one platform is starting to make a huge dent in the entire online marketing space. So one of the main competitors that you immediately let yourself think about when you're kind of seeing an online business platform is ClickFunnels, right? ClickFunnels is huge. They are spending a ton of money in marketing and advertising for their platform, and they're growing incredibly rapidly. One of the big reasons why they're growing so aggressively is because they have pretty much the best affiliate program that's out there. If you guys are not familiar with an affiliate program, basically they give 40% of the monthly revenue to people who refer people underneath them. So it's a highly attractive offer for people to promote it. The challenge with aggressive affiliate programs like that is that if the software is a little bit buggy, or if some of the features don't quite stack up to the competition, there's a huge conflict of interest for the marketer to tell their readers and their viewers the truth. And so ClickFunnels, I'm not going to pass judgment. I've used it before. I didn't use it for a long period of time because I found some limitations in it. But what is ClickFunnels? It's a landing page builder, and you can do some automations off of it for about $100 a month to $300 a month, depending on the package you get. What's another competitor that might come to your mind? And this would be Thrive Themes, and they are arguably the best WordPress theme site that's out there today. In my opinion, they are up there amongst the best. And the benefit of them is they have a ton of plugins that you can integrate into your WordPress blog to turn it into kind of a ClickFunnels competitor. You're able to build sales funnels. You're able to do some A/B split testing. There's a lot of functionality you can open up by using Thrive Themes to kind of get you closer to that ClickFunnels type of functionality. And thirdly, there is Elegant Themes, which has Divi as one of their most popular themes there, and that is also a plugin and theme for WordPress to enable you to do visual page building as well as kind of some sales funnels, but really not so much. Just really nice, pretty blog that you can build. So why do I show you these three different competitors to Cartra? It's because I have personal experience with each and every one of them, enough that I can give you an honest and unbiased opinion about the pros and the cons of what Cartra is. And we'll be getting into that over the course of the next several days. I'll be putting out some videos kind of taking feature by feature and comparing and contrasting Cartra to their competitors in that particular space. But before we get to that point, I want to go ahead and dive into the platform with you here and walk through exactly what Cartra is able to offer. And this is, again, this is before day one, right? So we're like day -13. So whenever you're comparing a platform, you have to think about the feature set as compared to the maturity of the platform. This sucker is going to grow. So let's go ahead and dive into my personal platform here. And again, this is a very stripped down interface because I am just now beginning with it. This is a first look. I've spent a good 2 days of really digging into the platform, learning it. And like I said, I have about 3 years of online marketing experience. So with a couple of days, I'm able to get a good kind of sniff test and a good feel for a platform. So when you open up Kartra, you're going to see a very nice clean interface. If you're familiar with WordPress, you'll kind of breathe a sigh of relief when you open up this interface. Not knocking WordPress. WordPress is an amazing platform, but it's a blogging platform. I have heard Kartra say, very publicly, they're not intended on being a blogging platform. They're intending on being pretty much everything else, from building your email list and serving that email list through automated email marketing, as well as creating beautiful sales pages, opt-in pages, the entire sales funnel process, working your webinars. This is the same company that built GoToWebinar and EverWebinar, and so you can imagine the integration between those guys is going to be fantastic. It's there for building membership sites and delivering digital content. Among many other things, we can't even go through the entire feature set in this one video. It's also a video hosting platform. So instead of getting Wistia or Vimeo or YouTube to host your videos and then embedding them on your web page, you're able to actually upload your videos directly to Kartra itself. And as we get into that feature set deeper, you're going to see how that is an absolutely amazing benefit, because it opens up some things, some doors that I did not think were possible when it comes to video embedding on your website. So let's go ahead and kind of take this from a high-level overview. So the way this works is in every tab here, you have a left-facing tab and you have a kind of top-facing tab. And so let's go ahead and look at the products. So underneath products, you have a couple of different things here. So you can create your products and create tracking codes, coupons, all kind of the normal e-commerce things if you're selling digital products. They are also going to be supporting physical products with shipping and things of that nature. We won't go through and create a product here. I want to show you the page builder specifically on this day one, but you can see there some of the functionality. Additionally, you have affiliates where you can manage and track all of your affiliates directly from here. I'll tell you right now, I have significant experience with managing affiliates using Teachable to deliver online courses, and I have to tell you, the integration with the products and the affiliates and the settings that you can have within Kartra already have made me kind of cry on the inside with the amount of management I have to do on a manual basis with other platforms. And you have analytics. And one thing you'll notice throughout this entire overview is that you're going to see a lot of these analytics buttons at the top right here. And the reason for that is because one of the unifying messages and visions for this product is to be able to bring all the individual pieces of your marketing stack into a single unified platform, which allows you to get analytics across the functionality of this program. So for example, you'll be able to string together analytics between your products and your emails and your landing page visits and behaviors on there with your videos. There's an incredible amount of integration that's done here, and that's the benefit of having the business in a box type of thing. There's always kind of a fear or a skepticism when it comes to a business in a box where it gives you all the functionality you need, because sometimes what you can find with other solutions is that certain features just don't work quite well. It might not be the focus of the business, and when you're trying to do everything like you're seeing on this left-hand side here, it's easy to drop some balls and kind of leave the experience a little lacking. Fortunately, this company has significant backing. It's not some startup that has no capital to run and invest in their business. In fact, this business has been in development over the last 5 years, is what I was able to read on their blog, and they have the backing of some of the greatest internet marketers that we know of, namely Frank Kern, who makes his presence known throughout the platform, as we'll see as we go here. So all I can say is you have to do your due diligence and look at your options, but my personal situation is that I am trying to build an online business to supplement what I'm doing from a 9-to-5 perspective, ultimately leading to being a full-time online entrepreneur. But efficiency and integration is key for me, and I'm able to look past other things if they show up in order to have that seamless user experience. So as we go through this platform, I'll let you be the judge, but I'm going to give you the full review as we build a page together. So what I'd like to do on this video is let's build a list building funnel together, shall we? We're going to go ahead and say we want to have a free PDF that we want to create. I want to go through and create the form, create the thank you page, create the landing page, create the confirmation page, and show you that whole process, the whole shebang. And as you'll find out, not switching over to your email marketing list and not doing everything else is just a a darn delight. So what shall we do first? Let's go ahead and create our pages first. So I'll switch over to the My Pages area. And what you'll find, let me move my guy out of the way here, is that the interface is very unified. So if I switch to Forms, you'll notice this green button shows me to add something there. So you've got a very integrated, kind of unified experience throughout the platform, which is just a breath of fresh air. And let's go ahead and create a new page. So as you create a page, you have some options. And this should look familiar to those of you who are used to a lead pages or other landing page software. So let's go ahead and decide what page we want. Let's go ahead and do a squeeze page. So here you have some very beautiful options. Oh, another point I want to talk about here for a second is think about also your competition. Whenever you're marketing, your unique selling proposition is a very important asset. You being able to have something that looks different and get it out there faster than your competitor is huge, especially in 2018 and beyond. So if we think about the ClickFunnels and the other platforms that are out there, the lead pages and whatnot, those templates are looking a little bit stale, meaning you'll see a web page and immediately you'll say, that was built with ClickFunnels, And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it requires you to go into those templates and really make them fully customized to the point where it almost makes more sense to start from scratch and build something that actually looks unique. Here's the kicker. With a platform that's just now coming out in 2 weeks, that is a non-issue because all of these templates, they haven't seen the internet before. These are all brand new things, and so the market is not saturated yet with these templates. It's you might think that's a small factor, but it is a factor nonetheless. So let's go ahead and browse through here, and let's find a nice little template. I'll just kind of give you an idea of what's going on here. All right, I like this. It's simple. It allows us to kind of get the point across. So I'll select it, and I will go up here and say Launch Builder. And now you get to name your page. So we'll say YouTube opt-in. And under category, another thing that's very nice here is that if you don't have a category for that yet, you can go ahead and create one straight from that interface. Let's call this a YouTube category. We'll add it in, hit done. Boom, right back to where we started. Easy peasy, go down to category, and there it is. Even something as small as that would take a bit more time in any other platform that I know of, and it would require having multiple windows open side by side to kind of make that happen as quickly as I did just there. So then within a couple seconds, my internet's being a little bit finicky tonight, it'll open up your page builder. All right, there it goes. And it'll open up your opt-in page here. And we'll just kind of get a lay of the land, seeing what's going on here. This is a beautifully made page. So as you kind of scroll around, you'll notice some very big similarities with other builders. Everything is what you see is what you get. You can quickly go in and edit the text. I'm not going to actually do sales copy on this page, but I'll show you some of the functionality here. So as you're scrolling through, you can very quickly jump between mobile and desktop, as well as phone. I guess it's phone, tablet, and desktop. So you can see the different styles here. Nice to have that at a click. And you notice it doesn't need to render or take time to do that. You also have 2 different modes of editing. One is component mode, which is where as you hover over a section, you're going to see the individual components and be able to edit the individual components here. But if you switch over to this column mode, now as you hover over, you'll see you're actually looking at the containers where those components are being held. So it just kind of, versus trying to kind of get your mouse just perfectly on that one section that you're trying to edit, this gives you a lot of grace and says, what are you doing right now? Are you kind of looking at the high level layout where if I did this and I want to edit this entire purple outline container, you edit that guy. You're not trying to fight with the platform and try to get just that headline if that's what you're looking for. And so here you can see the style, the padding, things that are quite familiar if you're used to builders. One thing that I like is, this is going to look terrible, just I can tell, but before I start. But within the image library, you don't need to bounce out to Pexels if you're going to find some stock images, or to Pixabay and do your search and then pull it back in. Look how amazing this is. So it says mountains. Sure, let's look for mountains. I'm going to type in mountains here under images, And oh my goodness, how beautiful are these mountains. So I like this guy, so we'll add that in. And with one click on the same tab, guys, this is huge. If you're short on time, which we all are, it's huge to be able to do this. And say select, confirm, apply, and you have a background within that purple section that we just were editing. Looks pretty terrible, but that was what we wanted to do, right? So let's go back to our component view. What's nice about these templates is it'll kind of give you a checkbox down here, I guess you could think of, where it'll show you the assets that still require some attention before the page is fully functional in the way that it was designed. So you'll see here we have 2 pending opt-in forms, one up here, and as we scroll down, one down here. So the next step we would want to do is we'd want to go ahead and create an opt-in form to integrate into the site. But what we'll do first is let's go ahead and make our pages and name our pages, and then we'll come back through, create the opt-in, and come right back around and link it all up. So let me just do a couple things here to show you how easy this is. So I'm going to look on the right hand side here. The page settings, you can update the SEO parameters, where if you want to add the meta tag, which would show up when you're searching for that item on Google, the keywords you're hoping to be ranking for. Under styles, this is where you can kind of change the overall style of the page, whether it's a full width page like this here, or if you're going to fix it to a certain size. Yeah, and font families, font sizes, custom CSS, which I would advise you not to play with. As you'll see here, when you go into the sections, you don't need to spend a lot of time to make a beautiful page here. So I'm going to move myself over here now so we can take a look at blocks. So if you want to add, obviously for a squeeze page, you wouldn't want a top menu, but let's add one just because we can. And you just take it out, drag it in, and it becomes a fully functional top menu where you can customize what each one of these links do, and easy peasy, it's made. If you want to move it around, you go to your column mode, and let's get this guy out of the way. And now you can see here, you can edit, you can move it around. So if I hover this guy and realize, will it let me do it'll let me do a top menu, not in the top of the page. It's kind of nice. If you customize something a lot, let's say we are going to actually link each one of these 2 pages, but we want to be able to drag that top menu exactly how it needs to be in there. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of customization on this, and then I'll show you how easy it is to not have to worry about setting it up every single time. So I went on my top menu, and I'm going to edit that About button. Let's actually edit the View Demo button, or the Get Started button, because that sounds like a call to action page. So when you click the pencil on anything, it'll pull up your left-hand menu. And so from here, you can change the style, the text that's on there. So sign up, apply it. If you want an icon there, so I don't need an icon right now. You see it already has the chevron. And a link, finally. So this is how easy it is to add it to another page. So you can quickly, say, turn it into a pop-up form, and it'll it very intuitively give you templates of pop-up forms you can start with, and then you can customize to your heart's content. But I don't want that. I want to link it to another Cartra page. And how we set up that category earlier, you can quickly go in, and I'll use a different category here, list builder funnel, and it'll give you all the pages that you've already created from that category. So let's go ahead and say this is a call to action button, so let's go ahead and send it to an opt-in page. Open it in a new tab and apply. That's a very quick way to customize links. Let's go back to, so let's say we've made some adjustments there. We've customized this a little bit. If this is the brand we want to have this black and yellow color, then we can quickly hit the star. And that block has been saved to your favorites. So let's confirm that. So we go back to sections, click on our favorite blocks. There you go. It's visual, it's your favorite. I believe you should probably be able to unfavorite it. Oh, there you go. If you want to take it out of your favorites, there you go. So that is fantastic. So let's go ahead and show you some more of these sections. Those top menus, hero sections are very important for landing pages if you're a personal brand you're trying to sell. So here's the nice hero page, a guy with a satchel who's kind of walking along. Go ahead and pull this guy in here. And just like that, you can see it was kind of moving it around. It was organizing it just right. And now you can put your mug over here. You can change your copy over there. And the colors are, you'll be able to edit this color once and then save it as a favorite block. And bada bing, bada boom. So just kind of scrolling through these hero sections. I mean, these are a lot of different sections. And coming from Thrive, which is a fantastic platform, it was definitely made for people that like to get geeky and kind of move everything around just right. It would be very difficult to quickly create something like this and pull it in. So that is pretty fantastic. And let's go back to our sections. Show you some more things. So this is where it really gets fun. Section content, all the way at the bottom here. So this is where, I mean, you could be a kid in a candy shop here with different sections of a sales page. This looks like we're building out a sales page that was very well planned. So you can kind of just take that section, adjust a few pieces, kind of move on. Obviously, you want to make it your own. And icons, let me show you real quick. Let's say I don't like that pencil. You don't need to go and sign up for an icon service. You can actually go straight here to pencil, and you can type in, let's type in YouTube. So YouTube Play, YouTube, and YouTube Square. Let's go with the YouTube Play. Change the size of the icon, and let's take the circle off. Apply it, and there you go. There's your square icon, or you could circle the icon and change the links that the icon works to. All right, so you get the idea. Let's go ahead and save this guy and publish this live. And we can say get the link, but honestly, we don't need to do that right now because, as you'll find out, you don't need that. It takes care of it. So let's go back and exit this guy. It'll just always give you a warning. Just make sure you save your stuff. And one thing I want to show you while we're here is you can quickly preview the site and generate it. And you can kind of just scroll through and see how it would look, which, this site is kind of all over the place by me pulling in a bunch of sections, but you can see how even randomly pulling things in, the site still looks good. You can also test out its responsiveness. You can see how it's reorganizing the columns, which is nothing new for premium landing page builders, but there are some out there, believe it or not, that are not responsive even today. So there you go. Let's go ahead and exit this guy. And you've kind of seen some of the features, so we won't belabor this point. Let's go ahead and make this a simple opt-in page to a thank you page, and then we'll connect it. So we go to thank you pages, and let's go ahead and use a book mockup, launch it. And again, so now that category is there. So we'll say book thank you. So we have our thank you page. So we will need to pop out of the builder real quick so I can go ahead and create a freebie all on the platform and be able to link it to that download button. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'm just going to hold down Control and hit my home button. I think that'll take us, there you go. Take you right back to the main section, and under my memberships, it took me a little while to find this, but it makes sense why it's here. Under here you have at the top now, you have your membership levels and your hosted files. I'm going to go ahead and go to hosted files and upload a new file. So let me just come over here on the side and find something. Okay, so I've got a little file. It's just a picture. I will browse for it. All right, so I've selected my file. I'll just rename it because it has a 40 character max. File test, hit checkbox, and upload. Now you've taken your swipe file, you've put it on there, and what you can do then finally is get the URL to it. Here's the direct file, the direct link to your file. I'll copy that. Get out of there, and let's head back to our thank you page and go right to the download button. And on the link for this thank you page, we want a custom URL. And just paste that bad boy in there, open in a new tab, makes some sense in this scenario. Bada bing, bada boom, we're done here, and I'm not going to do any more customization since you saw that. And I will publish it live. And sure, that's the link to it, but we won't need that. So let's exit out of here. We have our opt-in page, we have our thank you page, we have our swipe file uploaded. We're making great time here. So last step before we can go back in and fix our opt-in page is to create the actual opt-in form that's going to go into. So I'll hit plus on a form, and let's name this YouTube swipe file form. And so we get to go to create, and what's nice about this is it kind of walks you through step by step what you need to do. You don't need to like look at, because in a lot of email marketing platforms, you have the buttons are all over the place because they think you're advanced and you can kind of go exactly where you need to go. But every opt-in form has the same set of steps, and they put this logically in that order. So here you can edit the fields you want. I only want email address here, so I'll take that guy out. Email address is always required, which is intelligent. You'll hit change and hit save and next, and you'll notice every time you're good on a section, it'll give you that checkbox. So now I'm editing the confirmation. We'll do a single opt-in. We won't need to send the email on this one because I didn't add that confirmation page in for the sake of time. And then here's where you'll just connect the page. And instead of having to find the URL, I'll just go to Kartra pages, select the category. That category shows up everywhere, which is fantastic. And then select your page, book thank you, confirm. That would take a lot longer in other platforms. Go into our welcome message, and here you can go ahead and create your email directly in here. Let's go ahead and say Gateway Kartra Mail. So I went ahead and put in my information here, confirm that, and then, hey there, thanks for checking out my freebie. And then message here. Another thing that's kind of nice about this is they have a sidebar with all your personalization short codes where you can just, if you want to put your affiliate link, for example, into your email, you just go right there, put it in, and you're good to go. So I'll confirm there. Save and next. Automations. I have not dove too far into automations yet, but I already know you can go ahead and assign tags immediately. You can set, let's not assign it right here, but you can subscribe them to different lists. If they open the email, you can start different sequences as well as advanced automations. One thing I do want to show you, I'm going to make a new automation from this, where if they fill in the form, let's go ahead and just show you some of the things you can do very quickly. So you can give them membership access, take away membership access, refund orders, give points. So points is one of those that I really like. This point system here, some platforms have it, most still don't. But what it allows you to do is, instead of adding all the intricate tags to figure out exactly where a person is on that purchasing timeline, on their warmth, I guess you'd say, towards purchasing your product, you can add points so that every time an action happens on an email by email basis, for example, or a link by link basis, you can go ahead and give points. So if they opt in, give them 5 points. It's kind of like a game at school, right? So you just go ahead and add those sections in. You can also make this more advanced, like it says, and. So you could add additional settings where if they fill out the form and they're already subscribed to a specific list, let's put if they're in this list. So you can now say, if the lead fills out this form and they're already subscribed to this list, then do this single or set of actions. I believe, if I'm lucky, can I change it to or? I think you had to set or up earlier. So let's go ahead and hit save. And we'll confirm that. So now we have green checks here. Save and continue. Where are you planning to display this form? In a Kartra page or video or embed? So one thing that's nice is that even if you have a WordPress blog, you can still funnel everything into your Kartra platform by getting the HTML. But here, why would you do that? Let's go ahead and do our Kartra page. And we are done. Okay. This form is available for you in Kartra pages and videos. Now we get to go back. Let's go back to our pages. So we've already linked the opt-in form to the thank you page. The last link we need to do is from our opt-in page to the form. I think I said that correctly. Going kind of quick here. So edit that page again. Okay, so we're back on the page. So let's wrap this funnel up and click on the opt-in form placeholder here. And you can see that same little pencil. And now it'll offer you, how do you want to do it? And we just created the YouTube swipe file, apply. And what's great is that there's no additional formatting. I mean, the format came in when we dragged that section in, and you're good to go. I also believe we can just click on that section, and how nice is that? So without even seeing the form we need to edit, you can go ahead and select your form there as well, hit apply. And now you can see we have 0 red guys. So let's go ahead and publish this page. Uploading your page to the internet. There you go. So now let's go ahead and just test this out. I'm doing this live here, and this is day 2. I've never picked up a system this quickly. So here's our page with our horrible looking background here. I'm going to go ahead and put in my email address here, and I will blur this out. So sorry, like some privacy. Hit submit, and there's our thank you page, and if everything is good in the world, there we go. So here is a simple funnel made in, what are we at? We're at about 20 minutes or so once I kind of edit out some of that little goofs, and we are doing pretty good here. So what happens next? So now we can go back to our Cartra dashboard, and let me show you real quick one thing that I think is just awesome. So now we can go to our analytics, and within our campaigns, our analytics, we can look at our list growth. And again, so here we go. I'm really not going too fast here, but within my first day of trying this thing out, I don't have a huge list on this business. Most of my business is on a totally separate niche, so I'm kind of starting from scratch here. But within one day, I'm got 13 new subscribers on my list, and I'll be putting out consistent content, kind of working towards that as well. You can see all the metrics, and what's great about this, just take a look at one of these metrics that probably doesn't normally show up on your email analytics. Which one is it? I would say this guy. I have never seen revenue show up in my email marketing tools dashboard, right? Never seen that. And that's because the system, because it's all together and all integrated, you're able to show any information about your sales and your checkouts from your products or your membership sites. And that information kind of propagates or spreads all the way through the rest of the platform, so you can get a unified idea of how your business is doing. Because when you buy an email marketing platform, you're not buying an email marketing platform, you're buying an accessory to your overall business, your overall marketing stack. We can also, I'm not going to go to the leads here because I want to protect their privacy, but I think, so I clicked on lists here so that I could protect some of the privacy, but I'll also go into the, so you can see the active and you can make some changes to it and all that. And yeah, so there's a lot to go through here. We kind of covered a lot. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I hope the goal of this video was to show you kind of a different way. Never have I been able to send an email and create a funnel and create pages and link it all together with only having like 1 or 2 browser windows open. That's just not a thing from where I've been over the last 3 years. And this platform, even on day 2, I'm getting the hang of it to the point where I'm looking forward to building more funnels. So over time, I'll be showing you features, all these different features. I'll be trying to crank out content consistently just to add value. I really want to help you make an informed decision. If you're on WordPress, if you're on Clickfunnels, if you're on other platforms, I'm not telling you to leave them, but I am telling you that for $1, it makes sense, makes good business sense to go ahead and just open the blinders up a little bit just for a week or 2 and give a new platform a shot. So again, I'm Jack. I hope this video was valuable to you and helpful. If you want to hear about the rest of the series that I'll be going through with Kartra and other platforms, go ahead and click the subscribe button below, click on the little bell so you get notified every time I publish a new video, and look forward to the head-to-head comparisons. After I get my strength up, I guess you could say, with Kartra, I intend on taking Kartra head-to-head with ConvertKit In Kartra, head-to-head with Teachable. In Kartra, head-to-head with WordPress. You get the picture, right? So I want to be able to show you all these different features and truly see if a business in a box is able to stand up to the big pillars, the big giants in this industry. So with that, have a fantastic evening or day, whatever time it is that you're viewing this, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.